we're back here in our amazing farms to look at a new set of flowers that will be featured in our greenhouse series. In this video, we're going to take you on a virtual tour through our vibrant and colorful greenhouses in Ecuador and Colombia. This is where some of the world's most beautiful flowers are grown. Now you'll be able to see the intricate process of growing flowers through the eyes of the people that make it all possible. We're in the carnation greenhouse today to look at the beautiful carnations. Many people don't know that carnations are really in the Dianthus family. And in the Dianthus family, there are so many varieties, colors, textures, and sizes that make it a great flower for designing in many, many different applications. In the Dianthus family, we have the Dianthus, the green ball, the standard carnation, the mini carnation, and the raffines.
Dianthus is a big word, you know? Dianthus is a family. The original thing, it's the carnation that we have been handling for many years. And now it's really trending in the market. We have been working with trying to introduce new varieties, bicolors, and new cool stuff for the last 10 years. I think we are leaders in putting new varieties on the market. To introduce a new variety of carnation or any Dianthus in the market, as a grower, for us, take us 2 years. But before of that, the breeding teams takes between 6 and 10 years to develop a new variety. It's a really difficult flower to grow, but it's amazing what you can find in a flower base when you get some of these nice products. Carnations has a really particular thing. For every single stem, you need to take out 10 laterals out in every single bed. Every single bed like this has 5,000 stems, and every single stem has 10 laterals that you need to take out. In a hectare, we have 265,000 stems. So calculate that labor, and you need to do that in 4 weeks. You have a period of 4 weeks to do that. It's amazing, it's hard, but it happens because we put love in what we do.
And I think that's one of the things that makes it so amazing is how much work and love goes into each stem. And from the very beginning, the growing process and how different it is than many of our other flowers that we grow here. Stock is one of the most beautiful flowers. Just by seeing it in the fields, it's absolutely gorgeous. One of the things that I like, it's so good for design. I love to design with it. It has great colors, it has great texture, and one of the things about it, each bloom is filled with a floret that just has petal after petal. This is just one of the linear flowers that we grow, and you continue to see the blooms open from the bottom all the way to the top. One thing when we do designing, we always put the stalk a little bit lower. Most people don't know that the stalk will continue to grow as it's placed in water, so it gives you a long-lasting bouquet. Alstroemeria is one of the longest-lasting flowers that we grow. It comes in so many different colors, it makes it so useful in design. One of the things I like about it, it's kind of a surprise flower. You see it like this, and then when it blooms, it looks absolutely amazing. One of the other things I like about it in design is it really fills a lot of space and gives a lot of color and texture. Alstroemeria has so many different ways that you can use it in design. I like to use it to fill spaces, to put in vases. It just makes a very natural look. One of the things that we do here is we are continually testing new varieties, large blooms, small blooms, new colors. It all makes every day more interesting because you never know what's going to be new.
As this is one of the flowers that we grow the most and has the most productive numbers per week, we gotta have around 18 people working per hectare to keep these lands that beauty. If you compare it to any other flower, that's a lot of people to work per flower. Another interesting thing about this plant, you see the different levels on the field. We try to keep it lower because this is safer for the employees when they are harvesting. Alstroemeria is a flower that we don't harvest cutting it, but pulling out.
wildflower collection consists of many varieties of flowers, commonly known as filler flowers. There can be very small filler flowers and very large filler flowers. We're here with Amimagis, which is an amazing flower. It looks so very delicate, but it is very sturdy. It's hard to believe that these flowers come from just such a tiny, small seed, and it grows to be as tall as 6 to 8 feet. Bupleurum is one of the smaller flowers that can create line and movement, which will create a whimsical and an elegant look. Matsumoto's a great flower for its multiple blooms and the different levels that create great depth. Campanula, sometimes called the bellflower, due to the shape of the bloom, is one of the most interesting flowers that we grow. What's interesting about it is that it usually blooms from the top down, so different than the stalk that we just showed you. It works great in many bouquets because the first flower to show is the top flower, and then you continue to have blooms all the way down.
Campanulas are a very beautiful flower, but they're also very hard work. You have to cut them throughout the day multiple times because they are very sensitive to light and to temperature. One thing that I love about campanulas is their very long-lasting life. They wait until the blooms are all opened, and this can take up to a month before it fades.
Wow, that's a really long-lasting flower.
It is.
Calla lilies have always been a favorite flower of mine. And I remember when I first started, I thought all calla lilies were white. Boy, was I surprised when I see all the different colors that it actually comes in. Intense colors, yellows and purples and almost black. They all make for great design qualities. One of the things I like to do with calla lilies in design is cluster them all together, and you get this great look of intense color.
Because of the altitude, some of the color intensity that you'll see in our blooms is so much greater than other growing regions of the world. And the other thing that makes our product really unique is that we're really starting from the laboratory to propagation to the field. We don't buy any bulbs from any third-party companies. It's all done here in our facilities. So we'll produce the bulbs, plant them, and of course, rigorous control. But I think that what we have now is a beautiful assortment of flowers with just the right colors that the market is looking for, and with the right lengths. And we're testing varieties all the time to make sure that we have the right color intensity, the right flower length, again, stem length, but productivity as well, and consistency of supply throughout the entire year.
The Oriental Lily is a stunning flower. It's the largest bloom that we grow. And it also has multiple blooms, which makes it very effective. It's used many times single-stemmed or with a group of stems, but it also adds much volume to a bouquet or an arrangement. This magnificent stem, with its multi-blooms and very large flowers, when used in your bouquet, it will transform day by day as you enjoy it at home. As we continue this series, it was a dream of mine a few years ago to showcase individual flowers for each collection. As we continue the greenhouse series, we already are planning on showing you more amazing flowers. We plan on bringing more designers on to show their love and passion for flowers. Stay tuned because we're not done yet.